Lost limbs.
Absolutely. I'll take this story for instance, an accident with a man's hands nearly cost him his life. Now with the help of some amazing technology, he has new set of arms and a new Apple body.
I can't hear it. Turn it up. Turn it up. I can't hear it. Turn it up.
Through tragedy.
I made a mistake. What I do is a mistake.
Which remote is that?
It was just last year. Scott was working as a
Hit the TV button.
shocked by 7,200 volts of electricity.
And I couldn't do it.
For 30
Hey, don't
seconds,
turn it off.
electricity
It's scared you to turn it off. Forget it. Just don't do anything.
Scott nearly died on the way to the hospital. Doctors were able to save him, but he was told his hands may never work again.
First of all, you're thinking about your loss and what condition you're going to be in. They were feeding me. They were helping me go to the restroom. They were clothing me.
With the help of his family, they learned about a company that provides prosthetic arms, hands, and for Scott, hope.
When you're down to that level, if you have hopes that you can do those things yourself, that's a big hope. My primary job is to plan and design processes.
Scott Sprague has been helping Scott Carricker adjust to new hands.
The hands that Scott has are the most technologically advanced hands that are
Music on my arm strength holding up this camera. I'm not going to be able to move
It
the
is
zoom
electric technology, the prosthesis attached to a sleeve that has sensors inside. The sensors pick up electrical impulses from the body that tell the hands how to move. Now Scott can drive himself, feed himself, shake hands, and is already back to work in church.
When you do the plates, you can spin it around. And the people in the car go.
Scott's simple truth is that he's blessed, with hands or without.
Best things I've ever done has to do with my hands. It's those kids and my grandkids in my life. And if you have that, you can go through anything.
And guess what? After that, it's called
Is it going up?
The app communicates with the
There we go.
microprocessor.
Stop it.
Set up
I
favorites.
want to hear it.
Certain
Do it.
settings that you like to work on, certain settings that you like in the kitchen. We want to do stuff for you.
That is so incredible. Well, one young woman is doing great work helping those who have lost limbs. And no, she hasn't lost a limb herself, but the cause has certainly allowed her to gain perspective. Joining us today is Caitlin Adams, a passionate
Caitlin,
runner
stop it.
and college student. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. So how did you discover that this is something you wanted to do?
Well, I've always thought about doing something like this, but the main reason that I decided to do this is simple, and it's that I want to make a difference and I want to help make other people's lives better. And the reason that I chose prosthetics is because exercise and running is something that's always made me feel good. It's helped me become stress-free, and I think that everybody should be able to have that opportunity. And so I just think someone who hasn't been able to be active for a while, who finally gets that call saying they have limbs again, would just make a great difference in their life, and that really makes me happy.
That's okay. Let's go on.
Limbs for Life is a non-profit organization here in Oklahoma, and their mission is simple as well. They provide limbs for people who need them and support them. And what I really like about them is that they don't limit to any category. They help people who've lost limbs in the military. They help people who have lost limbs from accidents, and they help people who were just born without them. And I just really like how they don't have that limitation on them.
Sure. So what is your involvement with the group?
I'm going to be running across the state of Maryland this summer, starting on May 23rd. And I'm starting in Cumberland, going down to Ocean City. And it's going to take about 4 weeks. And even though this is something, running is something that I've been doing my whole life, this is probably going to be the most mentally and physically challenging thing that I've ever done.
305 miles. Sounds challenging.
Okay, so, I mean, it's incredible what you're doing. How can we help?
I am just trying to get, spread the word and get any donations or sponsorships that I can possibly get. So any help is help. Anything is just going to make it better because the
It's okay.
costs
You're doing
anywhere
great.
from $15,000 to $100,000 per limb. And there's 230 people on the waiting list, so they need anything that they can get.
Yeah, so the money will certainly help. And can we run along with you?
Anybody who wants to join can join me. I'd rather run with people than run alone, but this isn't something that everybody has to sign up for and do. It's just if you want to run along, the more the merrier.
The more the merrier.
Kate, you were 18. You're a first time college. What are you going to do now?
Well, I don't really know what I want to do with my life yet, but in a perfect world, I want to own gyms and franchise them, and then they'll be successful, and I'm going to take that money and get my pilot's license and fly out to third world countries and help people who can't help themselves.
Seriously?
That's the plan.
Oh my goodness. Well, you're off to a great start. Thank you, Caitlin, for joining us this afternoon, and thank you for helping out. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah. And if you would like to read more about Limbs for Life,
You did really well, Caitlin.
Caitlin's Ride, you can visit our website, WBOC.com, and click on our picture at the top of the page.